Before I go ahead and start off with this video, I'm going to tell you that a lot of you guys have asked me in the DMs on Instagram and also in the YouTube comment section that why have I gone off of YouTube? Why am I not making videos lately? And also many of you have asked me why am I not flying in the airline? So this video answers exactly these questions because it is directly linked to because the reason is same as the big announcement, a really good news that has happened to me in my career. I'm gonna share the same thing with you guys in today's video. So if you guys are ready, fasten your seat belts because we're ready for takeoff. What's up, fellow aviators, and welcome back to the FlyTuber, flying simplified through YouTube. My name is Ali Asghar, and on this channel I talk about interesting aviation facts, aircraft knowledge, how airplanes fly, and how can you yourself pave your way and a career path and become a pilot yourself. So all of that things happen on this channel, and sometimes I vlog and also give you updates about vacancies or something related to my career as well. So this channel is all about aviation. If you are new here, consider subscribing and also hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss my further future videos. So like I said, the reason for both of these things, that me not creating videos and being off of YouTube, and also me not flying in AirAsia, my airline, is one and the same, and that is I am actually leaving AirAsia. Not leaving as in leaving, but it's actually inter-airline transfer. So I'm actually getting transferred to another new airline, so that's a very good and big news for me, and I'm gonna tell you about the details, so stay tuned. So first, let me clear this very important thing up, and that is there were no issues as such at all between me and AirAsia, nothing like that. AirAsia was a very sweet, amazing company that I had worked for. I was grateful to be a part of them for 2.5 years, but this was an inter-airline transfer. It was a Tata Group company. So there are two Tata Group companies, AirAsia India, where I was working, and Vistara, where I'm going and getting transferred now. AirAsia India technically had excess surplus of pilots, and Vistara had the requirement of pilot. So it's like both are Tata Group companies, so if we transfer from there to there, it will be beneficial for both of the companies. So you can think of it like that. However, Tata is also in Air India right now, so they own 3 companies, but that's a separate story and maybe requires another whole video. Now, another very important thing here is this is not to be confused with a vacancy that Vistara had come up very recently. I also made a video on that. That was for A320 fresh type rated pilots. I'll put a link up here. You can watch that video. However, this is not from that vacancy. That was a completely separate one. Even before this, actually 2 months before this vacancy is when we got this offer of getting transferred from AirAsia to Vistara. So that's not to be confused with. That was a completely separate vacancy. So that was the big announcement that I was waiting since a long while to share with you guys. But however, I had to wait because of confidential matters with the company. But yeah, I am not with AirAsia now and looking forward to fly and work with Vistara. I'm going to be sharing with you the process and what all happened in these past 1.5 to 2 months, how was the process and all. But before that, if you guys are getting any value out of this video, and if you like the content and videos on this channel, and if you feel that these videos are helpful for you, then do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss any further updates. And trust me, there are a lot of them and amazing ones lined up in Vistara. So the process started back in September. A lot of you guys know that I hadn't been flying in lockdown and afterwards due to obviously the COVID and reduction in the flight operations of the airline. However, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that back in September I had posted this story. I'll put it on the screen, wherein this backdrop that you see, the canvas of that aircraft, I had removed this and I was carrying it to Bangalore, and the reason is my airline had called me up for volunteering purpose, meaning I had to work for the airline, I had to work for them and help them in ground duties because I wasn't required as such for flying duties back in September. But that was not actually the case. When I went there, I did help the airline in ground operations, but however, very soon they gave us this offer and they gave us this news that there's this option for us to get transferred from AirAsia to Vistara. So that's how it started, but it was not easy at all. The reason being, it was not just a transfer itself and we just had to nod a yes and then go off. No, it was not. We had to go through an entire selection process of Vistara, and for those of you who know, Vistara selection process is actually tough, and I had to go through their interviews and simulator checks and whatnot, and for that I had to study a lot. I also called my father. I wanted him to be with me over there in Bangalore so that he could help me out with other stuff, but however, yes, I gave it my best and whatever I could. And yes, I gave the interviews and simulator check and everything was definitely there. But after that, I did clear their selection process. Mind you, some of the other pilots, yes, they actually failed the simulator test. So it was actually a serious business, not just a formality. So this gives a very good idea to you guys that in this field, you do not stop studying at all. Even after being in an airline for 2.5 years, I had to get back at my books and start preparing and studying, and that is actually the whole life. You know, even when I joined this airline, further down the line, I know that at a point when probably if I want to become a captain, at that point of time I will have to study. So yeah, if you are in this line, you definitely will have to study all your life. And in fact, this news of a lot of pilots getting transferred internally from AirAsia India to Vistara was actually in the news. I'll put it on the screen, and a lot of you actually DM'd me and asked me whether I am also going to Vistara, but I could not reply you guys because I couldn't reveal it due to the confidential reasons. However, these past 2.5 years, starting from May of 2019 up until November 2021, were amazing with AirAsia India, and at this point I'd like to thank each and every one of my colleagues back at AirAsia India, the all-stars as they are known in the airlines. All the employees of AirAsia are known as all-stars. So thank to each and every all-star that had done anything for us in these 2.5 years, right from the flight operations department, training team, and HR team, cabin crew department, the ground staff, and each and every all-star. Thanks a lot. You guys are lovely people, very approachable and very, very helpful. It was really good and amazing working with you in this AirAsia India. So thanks a lot for these amazing memories. However, tough times do come your way and you have to face it and live with it. And yeah, it's really tough, but I have to bid adieu to AirAsia India. However, I'm also very happy and very excited to join this new company. Vistara is also an amazing airline to work for. They are known for their brand. So looking forward to joining this amazing company and working with you guys as well. So if any of you are watching from AirAsia India, that's the message for you. Thanks a lot for working. If any of you are watching from Vistara, looking forward to work with you guys. So that's what kept me busy in these past 1.5 to 2 months. I was among the books. I had to study a lot for the selection process and the interviews, etc. And there was a lot of paperwork with both these airlines, so that all needed a lot of time. So that's why there were no videos, and that's also the reason why I wasn't flying with the previous airline. Still, it's a really great news. I'm looking forward to join Vistara, really excited about it. That's it for this video. However, the next video is also very, very important because on my last day with AirAsia India, I had vlogged a little bit, although I couldn't do a lot of it, but I had vlogged. I just wanted some memories to be with me. So the last day with AirAsia was there, and that's a really important video, and that's going to be coming up very, very soon following this one, wherein I'll be sharing very, very important stuff, what all I did on my last day and the last flight with AirAsia India. So stay tuned for that, and if you want to make sure that you don't miss that video, if you haven't done already, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and also hit the notification bell icon. Until then, take care, bye-bye, and happy landings.